Hi everyone, so today in this video I am going to show you how to get these very tight bouncy curls using the Kiss Instawave curler, automatic curler. And I used only this tool to get these curls, and you can do a lot of different things with this curler. You can do looser beach type waves, but for this tutorial I want to do something different that I hadn't done before, and I don't think I've ever showed how to do really tight curls. And there's just really one technique to use to doing these curls, and I'll explain that a little later in the video. So if you want to see how to get these curls, just keep on watching. Bye! So this is my hair, freshly washed and blow dried, and so I actually just took a shower a while ago and blow dried my hair to dry. And I've had this for almost a year now, probably, and I really do like it. In the beginning it's a little tricky to learn how to use, but like anything else, practice makes perfect. So this is, it's warmed up, it's heated up, and you have a high, low, and off switch here. The blue means that it is hot and ready to go, which is a little weird because usually when things are red, that means they're hot and ready, and blue usually means cold, so it's vice versa here. So I am going to do, you can do a lot of different hairstyles with this. It just depends on the thickness and rotation that you do with each hairstyle. So if I do get small pieces of hair, then I can get smaller curls. If I get thicker pieces, it'll be more waves to just comb through, and then you get some nice waves. So I'm going to start by parting my hair. I'm going to part my hair in the middle, and then I'm going to just tie one side apart, and then the other side I am going to do in half and clip the top up. So in this tutorial I'm going to do show you how to get tight curls, and then I will show you a few pictures later at the end of the tutorial of how it looks when I've done looser curls. But in this one I always do a kind of wavy beach looking curls, so in this one I wanted to do something different and show you how to get tight curls. So my hair is fairly long, so to get tight curls the key is to get small sections, but also to rotate the barrel opposite ways. Switch the way you rotate. If you get your hair and you rotate it on the same side the same way, then those curls are going to clump up together, and it's going to just form like a kind of like a wave. But if you do them opposite ways and mix them throughout, then those curls will stay loose, and it'll give you kind of like that full curl kind of look. So, and I choose certain ways to go as I go, so, and you'll see what I'm talking about later on. So you have this thing here, right here, it's this little clip that you're supposed to put your hair through first, and then once your hair is through that clip, then you can rotate the barrel. And the key here is that I've learned is you start at the bottom to get your tips to curl, and then you move your way up. So don't try to start up top, just start at the bottom. And I'm going to move this here. So my camera battery died, and I'm going to have to do this on my phone, so sorry for the poor quality. So anyways, to get started I'm going to get a thin piece of hair, which that's a pretty good thin piece, and I am going to insert. So you have two rotations, you can go that way or that way. So for the back piece of hair I am going to go the opposite way, and I'm going to put the hair in that little clip right there and then rotate the way I want to go. And like I said, I'm going to start on the bottom and then just roll it up to the top. And you don't, when I first started using this, I thought I had to keep pressing it for it to rotate, but you don't have to do that. So once your hair is I'll rotate it in, then you can just stop, leave it for a bit, feel it out. Now I do have a few pieces of hair that are still damp, so it might not come out exactly how I want, but it should still come out pretty good because I've done it on damp hair before. So there you go. Now we're not gonna touch that, we're just gonna leave it. And then the next piece of hair next to it, I'm going to rotate the opposite way. So I'm gonna put my hair in the little clip there, like that. And then make sure I get the bottom first. And then rotate it up. And I'm going to let that go. Now most of the pieces of hair that frame my face, I'm going to rotate away from my face just because that's my preference on how I like the hairstyle to look. So just play around with it. And so this one is close to my face, so I'm going to rotate it away. So put it in the little clip there. Make sure all the bottom pieces get in, and then move it up. So this does cut my curling time. I usually can do my hair in 10 minutes. If I'm doing something like this, very detailed and very like, takes a little bit more time because I want specific type of curls, then it might take me like 15-20. But if I'm just want some curls or my hair styled in some sort of way, then I could do my hair easily in 10 minutes with this. So the tip to rotate opposite ways, I actually found that on their, they have some tutorials on YouTube on their website on the Kiss Instawave, so I got that tip from them. So this back piece of hair I'm probably going to rotate not away but towards my face. So I'm going to put it in a little clip there. Make sure it gets all in there. And there has been some times where my hair has gotten stuck, and that's mainly because other pieces like that I'm not curling have gotten caught in while I'm rotating it, so you just got to be careful with that. So we're not touching our hair because we're just gonna let those set a little bit. And the longer they set, the better, or the longer your hair will stay curled. So because if you brush them out right away, then you're not letting it, you know, set in. So just leave it alone until you're finished with your hair, and maybe you finish your makeup or whatever, and then you can continue and brush them out with your fingers. I would recommend just using your fingers, not a brush or anything, because you don't want, unless you're doing, you're looking for really loose waves, then I would recommend. So here's an example of me not getting the ends really well. It kind of just gets all flimsy. So I'm gonna try that again. Make sure I get the ends in there. So now I'm just doing the top of my hair, and when I get to the top I try to get as close to the roots as possible so I can get some volume from the roots. Look at that curl. And now that I'm getting closer to my face, all these hairs here are, I'm going to curl away from my face, just because I prefer that look. The other side, I'm going to rotate different ways in the back and my bottom hairs. just so that we have these curls that are going different ways and that won't clump together. So there you have it. You're done. Just kidding. Okay, so we are not done. Now what we're going to do, let me adjust this. Now what we're going to do is, since curls have set for a while, now we're going to put our fingers, run our fingers through the curls. And we won't look the volume, doing it, changing up the ways, the rotation of how you curl does give you a lot of volume. So anyways, I like to part my hair in the middle, and I feel like when I curl it the other way first, it has this it leaves these nice curls up front. Now I could part it in the beginning and then curl it that way with the rest of my hair, but I just like how these curls form up around here in front of my face. Makes it look a little curlier. So there you have it. That's the finished look using the Instawave. It's a lot of curls and they're pretty tight and they do last a good bit. So I have worn them to church and to work, and they do last almost the whole day until I get home. So let me do a little twirl.